And moving on, we do have Ultra Arcade Scar versus LAR from Russia. This is going to be a really interesting match because I'm not really sure. Obviously, shout-outs to Harry Nightmare, the CIS Russian player who unfortunately could not be here for this tournament. But he does play Sonya. But the difference is there's going to be having Sonya matchup experience, but then there's going to be fighting Scar's Demolition Sonya, which is totally different. Back to what you were saying about Wound, right? You know, Wound Cowboy,
exactly the same
you could be ready
situation.
for Shinnok, but if you're not ready for Wound Shinnok, it's a different story. This is the same thing, only we're talking about Sonya now, and it's Demolition Sonya. This is something that we don't see too much in Europe. We do have access to a few Demolition Sonyas, but someone like Scar, who's really just sort of exploded onto the MKX scene, especially lately with a lot of success. Is that a no pun intended situation with Demolition Sonya? Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Was it unintentional? Yeah. Okay, cool. Going into our next match, so it's going to be Demolition Sonya versus, I think, Cassie Cage. I don't think we're going to see LAR using anyone else. I've only ever seen LAR use Cassie in tournament. I mean, I've seen him use Devora one time when the matchup looked a little bit bleak, but I think that might have been more of a panic pick at one point. But I think his comfort zone is definitely going to be on Cassie. But speaking of Scar, we have his video ready to show you guys.
My name is UA Scar. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I play Sonya Blade. I'm ranked 4th NA, and I like to play MKX because it's swaggy, brutal, and fast-paced.
Oh, this is huge. Oh my goodness! Scar, stop!
Scar from Texas? I know what comes from Texas.
Lars, I don't even like Texas.
Oh, good pressure right on the wake-up. Scar is not giving Ducky any room to breathe.
Hey Scar, you had a great Sonya Blade, but not as good as my Kung Lao.
He would have got the corner carry and a lot more damage there, but he gets it back, picks it back up. I love when that happens. It's like, you know, it's like karma.
Crawling Shadow think he gonna take down me? This state ain't big enough for the two of us.
Timing is very tight. I mean, he is one of the only real Sonya character specialists.
Yes.
And shows off as he's gonna advance.
Ooh, big combo into a brutal.
Scar may be a savage, but he's in a sea of savagery now.
Behavior with your projectiles.
He just, and also too, I mean, definitely Sonic Fox is, he does not have as much practice against this variation. Beautifully spaced on that, you know, able to avoid that flip kick. Oh, the spin! Scar. Oh my gosh, right now. Oh, nice. The block! But he doesn't get the punish and picks it up with the throw.
That's close. Still needs to keep it together, though. Sonic Fox has come back from this
Oh,
before.
the overhead!
A Foxy who? Man, I'm about to drop bombs on this cat. I'm UA Scar, and it's time to bring that demolition.
Bringing the Demolition, I think, is very right. This is... Now, that was intentional. Look, when it comes to Sonya, I don't think there really are Demolition players in tournament that even come close to this guy. He's definitely the strongest Sonya player in the world. He's shown that. He's the highest placing Sonya player in the world. And unlike many players out there, has actually defeated Sonic Fox in tournament before. And that wasn't even with Sonya Blade. That was with a surprise hat-trick pick that he did in one of the weeks for ESL. It was with hat-trick. And let's not forget the major we had previously, just about a week ago even, where we had Scar versus Sonic Fox in the grand finals, and that came down to the absolute wire. And he was, again, here's the thing about this matchup where LAR plays Cassie Cage. Scar was against Sonic Fox's Cassie, and he beat and reset the bracket against Sonic Fox to the point where Sonic Fox changed characters. He wasn't comfortable with Cassie anymore. When you make someone do that, it's obviously, that means that you know that matchup and you're ready to go. But Cassie Cage, LAR is a Cassie Cage main, and he has a few words to say for himself.
I'm LAR, I'm from Russia, and I'm playing Cassie Cage. The player to beat for me is Pick of the Hut, because I want my revenge.
Okay. Ну, можно наказывать спину.
Гордон, кстати, я забыл сказать в прошлом раунде, поэтому он очень смелый. Он...
Странно, очень, кстати.
Нет, это то же самое, что Nightmare делал. Посмотри на метр.
LAR, you want your revenge? Nah, I want my revenge.
Тарзу выигрывает R2R LAR.
Ну,
в этот раз будет
иксовый, и можно продолжать сейчас вот прессинг, конечно же, в блок, но...
Lord, you've seen what I did to Sonic Fox Cassie Cage. You sure you want to go up against this?
Еще спарки. Опять.
Два раза, кстати, он заблокировал эту комбу на третий раз.
LAR, I will break him.
В этот раз все-таки реагирует, и в спину идет комба. Доведет ли до угла? Нет, до угла немножечко не хватает. Но все еще инициатива в руках. Через блок пролетает очень много патронов. Это напрыжка.
Gentlemen, I will break you.
But that's it, really. I mean, last time Scar fought Cassie Cage was Sonic Fox. And as all of these players are saying, I'm pretty sure every single one of them has said so far, Sonic Fox is the one to beat. And Scar is ready for the character that Sonic Fox plays, which is LAR. Now, no, which is Cassie, who is LAR. That was a really interesting way to start the match. We normally see at least one player go in. Both players just sat there and blocked for a good couple of seconds, and that's something you very, very rarely see. Ultimate respect, and they understand each other's options. However, Scar already getting going with those grenades. Those grenades serve a really amazing purpose. They do give really good plus frames, but the fact is she can detonate those whenever she wants. She can delay them as long as she wants before they explode. And just like that, good corner pressure into a safe reload. LAR's going to try and fight his way out, but I'm ready to call this round a bit of a wrap.
I mean, really, it's going to boil down to how do you deal with demolition when the grenades aren't there? Because that's the thing. A lot of these grenade reloads are minus or not plus at all. You know, you have to know how to deal with them when she's not got them available. I mean, kind of, you know, blocking, when can she detonate them, that's all good. But when she doesn't have access to them, she is variationless on it.
Now, unfortunately, LAR did drop that. That nut punch would have led to a really good mix-up and has him in the corner, so that's a really good situation. But even then, does get it confirmed anyway, and he's going to go for a nut punch. Oh, no, not quite, actually. This is the corner where Cassie opts to go for the flip kick instead. Much better knockdown game right there than that punch in the corner.
And just raw damage. I mean, that was chunky 38% damage. But speaking of damage, Scar now has LAR in the corner. This is where Demo really shines.
And that's a 50-50 into a 50-50 right there with the grenades. Here comes the tech. Oh! Multiple grenades. 1, 2. Oh, and he drops it. Very unfortunate. We very rarely see Scar actually drop that combo. We saw the previous major where he landed every single one. And he tries to backdash, does actually potentially dodge the final hit, gets the NJP, drops it as well!
That was a heartbreaking drop for Scar, going to be kicking himself for that. That was the game for him, but LAR keeps it together.
The backdash dodged the first bullet. That final piece of health was because he backdashed the bullet. That was such a good play, but unfortunately, it dropped the confirm.
But this is one thing you're going to see Scar do. He's going to sacrifice. What is this?
What was that? I have never seen that one before. Really, really good tech. The tech from this man is insane.
I mean, I'm used to seeing... Oh, that wake up is so good. I am used to seeing Scar sacrifice significant damage just to get the reloads, but he's just showing us all this crazy stuff.
I do hear that that wake up attack does have 2 frames of invincibility and it hits twice. And just like that, Scar going to clean up and take that first game. Now, the thing is, LAR definitely...
That was a round.
LAR definitely wasn't 100% on the back foot. However, the worry is when you win a round and it comes off a little bit of a scramble and mainly off your opponent's mistakes, you kind of need to you can't bank your success on someone else's errors. You really need to play more of a stronger game and don't even give them a chance to make a mistake because you're spending the whole game on them. And that's one thing Cassie is going to do really well. She plays really strong footsies, has really good range on those strings. The one issue is, as you can see right there, she has to use a lot of stamina to get in and do those. If she runs in and gets hit, she has no stamina to break. Oh, she tries to confirm, but not quite in time. That's a good string right there. Does a really decent amount of chip. Most of the time we see people go into flip kick, but I think LAR really wanted to stay up close and personal. And as we can see right there, Scar does have a whole bunch of different reload tech, which lets him reload safely. That reload takes a long time to come out.
Well, that's what I was saying before. You know, sacrificed a lot of damage there, left at 18% just to get the grenades.
And he gets the trade as well!
Days.
Oh, that definitely wasn't a safe reload. I think he's going to take the damage. LAR drops the nut punch. Very unfortunate. Jump straight into the grenade. And that's another element of demolition. It's not just the plus frames, and it's not just the fact that he can detonate them when he wants. He can control the space. He can put a grenade right at his feet and go, I dare you to jump at me. Finishes the string. Oh, tries to get the anti-cross up. We do know Scar is looking for those, so quite risky. Good patience there from LAR, waiting for the grenade. And that's just one of the elements. Tries to get the low. And that is going to be safe on block. Scar did block correctly, but there will be no punish there. Oh, Scar gets the string again, leaves him standing. Goes for the safe reload once again. Could have tech rolled and got a little bit of pressure, unfortunately. Goes for the delay wake up, so the grenade reload really isn't a problem. Good blocks, that's it. How long do you block? How long do you wait for it? And there's the meteor grenade. Wow, Scar does drop the ender, but doesn't really matter at this point. Is that going to be a punish? That is going to be a punish. Big damage. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
But that's what I'm hoping we're going to see, right? Like, the CIS region does have access to Harry Nightmare. He's been a really successful player for them this season. And he has played Sonya since day 1. So hopefully the stuff that Cover Ops has as well, he'll be ready for.
And he fights his way out of that meter burn. Barrage of grenades. Really well played there from LAR. And he has him in the corner. He isn't sitting on any bar. As I say that, builds a bar. Why would you do this to me? Then LAR uses it for me, but nut punch, but is completely whiffed. That's, again, right there. I mean, 25% damage into a free reload. That's all good when it comes to spending a meter on that setup right there. Safe reload once again, runs in. Again, there we go. Put a grenade at my feet, and he dares him to press the button, and he does. Put him in the corner. Here we go. Patience, but that's just going to lead into a 50-50. This variation's such a strong character in Mortal Kombat X right now.
But that's what Scar is doing. He's throwing out, he's just doing crouching normals into grenades. As soon as he sees that you are sitting there blocking it, he goes, okay, cool, 50-50 time. I love it. I love how he's using it to force a block so he can go for these 50-50. Because that's normally, you know, Sonya, especially in cover ops, she has the stance. Special Forces has access to the drone, but nothing quite like Demolition makes people fear blocking standard like crouching pokes, because it's just the grenades. Because once you start respecting one thing, Scar is able to then change it up and then do something completely different.
Exactly.
If you delay grenades immediately to get those plus frames, you're going to wait for it so you can just go for it and then try and guess the 50-50. He can then just delay it. If he delays it, you can try and jump. If you try and jump, he can do it instantly. There's so many options he has, and it comes from how well he reads his opponent. I mean, this is not as autopilot as you may think. I mean, it's all a read, and Scar is so good at making those just reads.
That dive kick sees his whiff, goes to the dive kick. 18% damage, hard knockdown, gets the corner, anti-cross-up, beautiful stuff. Scar, drops the end, but Scar not going to be enough. Was looking for those anti-cross-ups all set once again, does drop it. That's not a safe reload, but he's on such little health. I think Scar will just take the trade at that point. See you later, Blanche. Sorry, your death was not in vain.
It was digital Blanche, he doesn't count.
Is that a different Blanche, is it?
Digital Blanche.
Match point to Scar. Such a strong showing right now. Oh, no. Big block, but no punish from LAR. Speaking of punishes, that's going to... Oh, my God. Unfortunately, drops it again. That could have been a confirm as well. He's going to confirm that one. But again, that's the issue with Cassie Cage, is that she uses stamina on everything. Gets the edge to her, but has nothing to convert off it. That is going to be a conversion. Ever so slightly has the stamina. Here comes the nut punch. But normally we don't see people respect it.
This is the difference we're seeing in, you know, from player to player. The players that are getting hits and converting it into maximum potential, big damage, big setup, whatever, are the ones winning the sets. The ones that get the hits and then drop it, you can tell it's crushing their morale. They're losing the setup, they're losing the corner carry, they're losing all the important stuff that you would normally finish it for, and their opponents aren't.
Good use on the 50-50 there, knowing that he's going to wait for it. That's going to be a nice confirm there from LAR. No sprint. And, I mean, oh, and just as I can say it, Scar sitting at 4 meter. How many grenades has he got?
He's got 3 on his
grenades
leg right now.
You know what that means, Mustard? It means it's party time. It means it's party time. Here we go. 1. He's going to go for a second one. 2. Third grenade. 3. Leg as well. Goes for the grab. Trying to meet it, but grab. Well,
no
just
bar,
regular grab. No bar, unfortunately. But a really nice combo there from Scar. Oh, LAR lives. He does live. Oh, and he gets the 50-50. This could be humongous. Oh,
no,
if LAR can make
this comeback, if LAR can make this round, he's going to bring it back for the next games.
There are no grenades. That's going to be a clean punish. No punish on the flip kick either. So huge. Gets the environment interaction. Safe reload. Benson's come in with another grenade.
Got less than 5% health on the grenade. Will take it out.
That's going to be that right now.
Now, I mean, LAR losing it for himself, gets all the hits he could need to bring the comeback, but unfortunately does drop them one after another.
Can we talk for a second about how, with the exception of Madsen and Pig,
why would you do that to your daughter?
Look, this is Mortal Kombat. We don't care.
I know she'll just like wake up in the morning and be absolutely fine, but like,
she'll wake up,
that's not nice.
She'll grow her arms back, her head will just reappear throughout the day, and it's like it never happened. All right, that's how we roll here. Now, let's quickly talk for a second about, before we go into our next match, that basically everyone so far has, it's been North America versus internationals, and North America has won every single time. So right now, it really, really, really looks like North America currently are the strongest. I mean, they're coming out, they're playing. The less errors, the less chokes, execution is on point, and their reads are there.
I mean, especially for the Pro League. I mean, that's it. We're currently 7 matches through, and it's been an NA. One of the